What's up, guys? So welcome back to the channel. We're going to be going over all the things in Photon Hypernova. They just released the entire full spoiler list. There's missing a few Starlight Rares, but we have the entire set here. Now, what we're going to be covering in this video is going over all of the world premieres in one short video here. So let's go ahead and get started. Remember, Photon Hypernova is actually coming out very soon in less than 2 weeks here for the TCG. So let's go over basically the newer cards. Now, I've covered a lot of these cards, but some of these are the first time we're seeing the rarities of these. So Gravekeeper's Inscription is going to be secret rare. We have a picture of that. So Mineruka over here is a new common level 4 water fish effect monster with 1500 attack, 500 defense points, and it says when a water monster effect is activated as a quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can banish one face-up fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster you control, then target one face-up card on the field, negate its effect until the end of your opponent's turn. Oh wow, that's a really good effect. You can only use each effect of Mineruka once per turn. So it's basically a searchable, potentially, depending on, of course, what deck you're playing, but like Mermails is one of my favorite archetypes. Being able to summon this doesn't really do too much other than its effect. Because you also have to banish one face up, so maybe you can get some sort of bonus based off of if it like leaves the field. I wish it like destroyed the card and sent it to the graveyard, okay, because then you can maybe get some bonus effects. But there are some other cards, maybe if it leaves the field you get some sort of like bonus effect. But nonetheless, this could be quite interesting. I think we might actually have to get some gameplay of this card. Next up though, we have Orpheal Bull, the Harmonious Bullfighter Bard. This is an ultra rare. So it's a level 8 light beast warrior effect monster, 3000 attack, 2400 defense points, and it says it cannot be a normal summon or set. Must be special summoned from your hand by banishing 2 light and 2 dark monsters from your hand and or graveyard. So it's like a super chaos monster. That's cool. All right, except this card. If summoned this way, it gains 1000 attack for each monster banished from your hand for its summon. So it could potentially go up to 5000 relatively easy. Well, actually, no, wait, that's more than 5,000. It's just either one, right? So, I mean, if you potentially lose out 4 monsters from your hand, you just summon this card, you can go plus 4,000. So you have a 7,000 attacker on the board. Wow, that's pretty crazy. And it can attack monsters a number of times each battle phase, up to the number of monsters banished from the graveyard. Okay, so usually people are going to be banishing off the graveyard. Banishing off the hand is usually pretty minus unless you get some sort of bonus if it is banished from the hand. And then if this card destroys opponent's monster by battle after damage calculation, you can banish that opponent's monster. Okay, so it has like another bonus effect. So surprise, maybe OTK, but no quick effect to negate and destroy. So you're not going to be like throwing this card out turn 1 hoping to do something. It's more like, okay, my opponent's got a board, let me break the board, maybe go for an OTK. Okay, so it's like usable for sure, but not what I would consider super S tier meta. Next up though, we have this card as a common. This is Lantis, the Menacing Mantis. So it's level 8 Dark Synchro Insect effect monster, and it's 2500 attack, 2200 defense points, and it is going to be a generic 1-tuner plus 1 plus a non-tuner monsters. And it says if this card is synchro summoned, you get to send insect and or plant monster from your deck to the graveyard up to the number of non-tuners used for its synchro summon. Wow, that is an insane effect. Being able to dump a bunch of plant and insects, whew, that's awesome. Especially, I guess, if you just use tokens for it, right? It's the number of, I don't know if that would count for it, but if you can use like tokens to count for this, oh man, this card could be really good because you can just have a bunch of level 1s, right? And then if you control this synchro summon card, you can target one insect or plant monster you control and treat it as a tuner until the end of this turn. You can only use each effect of it once per turn. Oh, okay. I was gonna say then you could just go for another one. That would have been pretty cool too. But nonetheless, being able to dump a bunch of cards could be really great for like Gokibor variant decks. There's so many decks that can use it too. It is technically a generic, and literally just being able to dump one insect or plant for very specific archetypes could be quite big. Next up though, we have AzneyesWhitedragon Aligned. It's also, I wish it was an insect and it counted as a plant in the graveyard, because then you could dump like Spore and then like banish this card later for a really good place by dumping into the graveyard. Anyways, next up we have AzneyesWhitedragon Aligned as a common card. It's a quick play that says declare a level from 1 through 12. Then target 2 face-up monsters on the field, including 1 monster you control. They become the declared level until the end of this turn. Also for this turn after this card resolves, you cannot special monsters from the extract except for monsters with the same type as the targeted monster. You can only activate create 1 Xyz align per turn. Okay, so what's interesting is it has to be 1 monster you control, but you can target your opponent's monster, so you can mess up maybe their requirements for like a synchro or an Xyz, combo. So that could be good for not only a disruption play, but being able to just target 2 and instantly just go for an Xyz, I think that could be a pretty good effect. But the downside is you are really limited to whatever it goes for. Maybe it doesn't really matter, but for some archetypes this will matter. Remember, was it like Queen Galaxy's Light and like Message in a Bottle? I remember to make certain like Xyz monsters, it was just easier to do that. But now as a quick play, that could be good. Now, what I just thought about this, what about using the calculator with this? That would be really cool, right? Wait, hold on. I think I just figured out an OTK. If I remember correct, I think it's the calculator, right? Or is it the calibrator? Calculator's the level, right? Calculator is the combined level of all face-up monsters you control times 300. So if we were to get plus, let's say 2 monsters that are level 12, or even just like 2 monsters level 10, right? That's an additional 6,000, not counting its own level, because it's it counts itself, so it's under 600. So just with that alone, of 2 monsters being level 12, right? If we got 2 monsters level 12, that's 32 each. That'd be it would get an additional 600, so it'd be like 3,600. But if they are level 12, you'd be able to get another bonus of 1,200. So that could easily make it game with some sort of calculator OTK. Hey, that's pretty cool. I like this idea. That'll be a topic for another video. But anyways, let's go check out Made to Order Mermaid Outfitter, which is a new super rare card that says target 1 card in your opponent's graveyard, banish it, and then you could add 1 card from your deck to your hand with the same name as the banished card. You'll add to 1 Made to Order Mermaid Outfit per turn. Okay, so if your opponent goes for like maybe a hand trap, I get to add a card with the same name. Maybe for a mirror match, this could be really good, but I don't know how I feel about that. If you could activate it in your hand, it like negated the effect and banished it, and then you could search for it, that'd be really good, because you could stop your opponent's hand traps, and then you could go for like 1. But I still think it could be a good card, especially in the mirror match. Okay, so we've actually talked about the Gold Pride cards recently on the channel, so we don't need to go over their effects. They have some pretty interesting effects. They're kind of underwhelming at the end of the day, because like some of the cards search out like the trap card, but there's only 1 trap card. So Callous Molnar is a common, the Queen Butterfly is a super rare, so I think this is just rarity. Like I said, we've gone over the effects of most of these cards already on the channel. Some of these are just, again, for the announcement of the rarities, but I'll be making a video specifically dedicated on, is this set actually worth buying, going over like the money cards in terms of the set. So if you're brand new here and you don't want to miss out on that, make sure you guys are subscribed with the bell notification on, and you'll definitely see it very soon on the channel. Just want to give a little bit of time so the pre-orders like prices can go more so towards normal prices as the time gets closer and closer. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, and I'm signing out. Peace.